Hi, I'm interested in applying for the digital residency. As at the end of last year, I had the realization that I'm a digital artist. I use a lot of digital practices within my work already, but I think this realization came from a place more of where I can step forward within my work and as an artist. Now I'm really concentrating on the digital paintings I'm creating, the 3D sculptures, the movement visuals where I record myself moving or dancing and abstract it on my software. And also a really big thing that I'm playing with right now is light and sound manipulation. Um, However, there were big questions raised within what does this mean for my tangible work, my more traditional paintings, my more traditional sculptures, and actually I found that it doesn't mean anything now. Being a or realizing myself as a digital artist has allowed me to find a continuity where my work will travel through rather than uh, trying to find this balance of which I realized through the past 3 years that's what I was trying to do, but now it's just a constant flow, which excites me. Um, and I see the traditional work and digital work being more of a counterpart to one another, especially when they sit in a space or when I begin to display them. I see it more as an anatomical study, where the traditional work is the flesh, the skeleton, and then the digital work is the nervous system, the brain. And I think this will allow me to really create some interesting sensory experiences where not only are you having this anatomical perspective of a particular context, but I want to play with the way that the sound resonates within the room. For example, within my new body of work, Saffron Beard and Mosaic, I want to create this swirling soundscape that kind of makes the audience feel like they're sinking or drowning in this whirlpool of sound. Um, or As well within the body of work, I'm interested in altering the temperature of a space or a room. Increasing or decreasing the temperature, I feel like that will create this instant physical response from the audience, which will then direct the narrative in a new way, will allow the way that they perceive the work compositionally may change, and I think that really interests me. Um, I do feel that being within a digital environment right now is important for me. I feel like I need to be exposed to these new ways of thinking, especially about the materials and the resources I can pull from. I feel like I may be naive or ignorant to things that are already on the market. So that's a big thing that I'm really interested in being exposed to right now. And also the ways that people are perceiving digital work. I think for me, um, now I really want to change this kind of preconceived idea of what digital work especially is as paintings. I'm interested to see how digital software or AI is having an influence within other digital artists' lives. Um, I think there's going to be this more symbiotic relationship between technology and AI, especially within the art world. I think it will really open a new dialogue of the way that art can be perceived, created, and also displayed. And it's an exciting time. So I feel like I want to be at the forefront of that. I want to kind of just expose myself to this new environment. The new work that I want to explore within this residency, if I'm awarded it, is this idea of moving paintings, where I will record a movement sequence, something maybe repetitive, alter and abstract it, along with layering digital paintings, digital sculptures over it. And I think this will really create this kind of undulating narrative, which will constantly change from the audience, but also for the narrative of the painting itself, especially if it's this anatomical study. Um, I see it kind of being displayed on these LCD screens, but I think even through virtual reality, augmented reality could be an interesting way of displaying work, standing free in the space. Yeah, I think I'm just ready to be exposed to the digital world.